What's going on, guys? It is Lex back with another live market session. Um, Super excited to be here. For those who are coming back to this live market session, super glad to have you here. Welcome back. For those who are not a returner of these live market session calls, super thankful to have you here. For those who don't know me, my name is Lex. I've recently partnered with Surge Trader. I own my own educational company, which is Flex Trading. So, a lot of more information coming around that at the end of this. But for those who are new, just to give you guys a quick rundown, these sessions aren't, 30, 40, an hour long. These are about 20, 25 minutes. My job is to come in here and I'm going to give you guys market outlook and market analysis as we move forward throughout the week. Last week there was no market live session with me just because I wasn't feeling my best, so needed to take the week off. But we're back this week. It is only Tuesday, so for those who don't know or for those who do know, a little early in the week for me. I do like to wait till like Tuesday evening, Wednesday to start really getting, excited about potentially entering the market. I have a strict set of disciplines that I like to abide by, so I make sure I don't veer from those. But guys, with that being said, I like to start these calls off with a Forex Factory rundown, which is just news, just so we know what news releases are coming, because that's going to be super important. I don't really use news to make my trade decisions. I don't use it at all, except for looking at what news releases are coming, just so I'm aware if I'm trading an Aussie pair and there's some Aussie news coming out. It's really important for me to understand what kind of folder that is. Is it yellow, orange, or red? So we start there and then we move into some market analysis, guys. I will say we've been tracking here at Surge Trader the last, probably been doing this a month and almost 2 months, I would say. Yeah, a month and a half. It is going really well. The market analysis is hitting. I've had people Instagram message me and tell me that their trades are hitting, and that things are just working out when they're coming on these live market analysis and getting some information. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to dive into some market analysis, because that's what you're here for. All right, so taking a look at the screen, we can see that this is forexfactory.com, guys. This is where I go to look at all my news releases. There's a lot of different ones out there, so don't feel, confined to this one. Do whatever works. There's many. Forex Factory is my go-to, and you can see that we have a wide variety of news folders. We had a yellow, we had an orange, we had a red. And you can see that yellow is what we call low impact, medium is medium impact, orange. And then the red folder is what we call high impact news. There's moments where the news will, drop and you'll have significant movement in the market. And then there's other times where the news will drop and it does nothing. My goal is to not enter when the news is dropping. My goal is either to already be in a trade when news releases or let news drop, and then I will make a decision about getting into a trade. Personally, for me, what are we, like third week of October? I love getting into the markets around this time. First week is my least favorite. Second, third, fourth week, absolutely beautiful in the market. So I'm hoping to come in here. I haven't really looked. Monday, I don't entertain the market too much, so I haven't done a ton of analysis. So really, whatever I do here is actually going to be a fresh analysis. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Let's toggle over to the charts. I'm going to stop sharing. We're going to go ahead and share the charts, which is what everybody gets excited for. That's a ghost trade. So I'm going to start the DXY. And you can see that on the DXY, we have new highs, right? So for me as a trader, guys, a part of my strategy is to always just identify new highs or new lows. And I always like using the dollar index just because it will give me a bias on my analysis, right? So if I'm trading the dollar index, I have positively correlated pairs, and then I have negatively correlated pairs. And my positively correlated pairs with the dollar index are USD Swiss franc, USD CAD, and sometimes USD JPY. That can move on its own, but the strong positive correlation there is with the Swiss franc and with the CAD pair. My negatively correlated pairs with the dollar index, which is why I love the DXY, because I trade a lot of these pairs, are my Euro USD, my GBP USD, my AUD USD, my NZD USD. All of those things move inverse to the dollar index. So what I mean by that is if the dollar index is going up, guys, those pairs are going down. So it's really cool to glance in the market and kind of build that edge around what you're seeing. So if we take a look at the dollar index, we can see that we've just been on this bullish run, right? I'll zoom out a little bit. We've been on this bullish run, and you can see currently right now that we do have this new higher high in the market. So new higher high, beautiful. Price pulls all the way back. This is my last line of defense. LLOD is signature to my private platform, guys. This is what I call my last line of defense. All that means is this is the higher low, the last higher low, responsible for the new higher high that was created. So in order for me to maintain bullish structure, I just can't trade beneath it. I can trade equal to it. I can trade above it. I just can't trade underneath of price. So what you see here is price. I'm gonna jump down, guys. I go from I'm sorry if I didn't mention it. I go from the higher time frame 4-3 hour down into the 1 30 minute. So those 4 hour, 3 hour are more of my structure bias confirmations and time frames, and then my lower time frames are utilized for entry. So here we are on the DXY, beautiful bullish, new high, price is pulling back, creating a low, lower high, 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 low, and then we create this new high with a lot of momentum. All right, so what I call, again, this is signature to my private platform as well as my internal break, and my internal break is the actual overall confirmation of momentum and bias. It's my most important confirmation that I teach. So I have a new shift, right? So some of you guys, I don't know what your backgrounds are when it comes to education. Some of you guys might say, shift of structure, break of structure. You might say change of character. I don't use any of those concepts. I use the concept. I just call it internal break. All right. We're all teaching the same thing here. So now that we have this internal break on the dollar index and we've been ready for this, you can see we pushed, created this new high, and then we pulled back and then established support here. So we've established our first touch of support. Make these black. And then the second touch of support. So really, I wouldn't mind to see price continue to bounce off this support and push higher in order to maintain this bullish bias that we do have on our DXY. The only thing, guys, I just can't trade back beneath this low, but as long as price dances in here and trades above this red level here and continues to establish support, then I can imagine that the DXY is going to push higher. All right, so that's the DXY outlook. Let's go to this 4-hour beautiful AUD USD, and I know BJ and my group, probably my top student, caught this beautiful trade from here. So this was gorgeous, but we can see that, same concept. I'm identifying new lows and new highs on the 4-hour time frame. You can see that immediately we have a new low here, right? So I've pushed from this previous lower high to create this low. Notice this now becomes my last line of defense, meaning this is the lower high created, this is the lower high responsible for creating this new lower low. Price pulls back, we create this beautiful level of established resistance, and we push. We don't break lower than this previous low that was established, so this tells me that price can pop up here. So I'm looking for price to come in here and respect these areas. All right, so notice how we pulled back. We had like this slight internal break here, right? Price shifted here, right? When we were in this pullback, we could see higher low, like an equal high, another higher low, high, and then we just see this structure all the way. And you can see we finally break here. So we had a shift of structure right in there. I'm looking for price to come here to go lower. As long as price doesn't trade back above here, then I'm in good shape, right? Then my structure is intact. So this is something you can look for on AUD USD. Personally, guys, if we don't trade beneath this level and stay beneath this white level, I probably won't be interested in taking a setup. But that's just one. Nothing here. AUD CAD, I'm not even interested in. I'm probably going to fly through these quickly, guys. When you become a trader after 5 years, you just kind of have this ability to come in here and not spend too much time trying to analyze. If I can't analyze, I can't analyze. So for me, AUD CAD, it's ugly, it's choppy. Yes, I see a new low. Same concept. We had like a slight break here. Let's see if we can establish resistance and push down. Maybe. All right, but not that clean, so I got to move on. AUD Swiss franc is another one that I like. And I'm going to mark this one with a yellow just to say, hey, we're brewing. All right, so as you guys can see, we have a new low, right? So price created a low here, pulled back, and then we created another new low. So immediately, guys, price has already indicated that price wants to go lower, right? Because we're creating new 4-hour lows. So I'll go down to the 4-hour. I don't want anybody on the call to tell me that I was analyzing on the 5 hour, calling it the 4. So let's just stick on the 4 hour. So here it is, beautiful push. And now you can see that price is starting to pull back. This is when I would get into my lower time frames here. And now guys, if I'm looking to sell this market, right? And I don't counter trend trade. So I don't let me rephrase that. I don't counter trend trade on lower time frames, meaning on 1 hours, right? I can counter trend trade on a 4 hour, but I do understand at the end of the day, it's still not a high probability setup. So it's something that I try to stay away from. But if the opportunity is just so, apparent and it's something that I can absolutely capitalize on with low risk, high reward, then I'll be in good shape, right? It's a trade that I'm willing to entertain. Right now, this is nothing for me to entertain. In case, any of you guys thought to yourself, well, what about buying this? At this point in time, the higher probability setup for me is to sell this market. So I have a new low here. I'm going to look for price to push up here and give me what I call my price entry confirmations. Those at Flex Trading know them very well. It's established resistance first, then it's an internal support second, and then it's momentum third, and then it's lower high fourth. And those are 4 key price entry confirmations that you have to see in order to get into the market. The number 1 is internal break. If you don't see the internal break, then there's no trade, and that's going to save you a lot of money. And it's crazy because like some unfortunate circumstances look like this. All of your confirmations are there, but the market does something different. That can happen. You do have to be open to that. But guys, over 50% of the time, I can tell you that the market's going to give you what you are demanding in your confirmations, but you have to demand it. So again, price is pulled back, guys. In order for me to get down into the nitty gritty and find a selling opportunity, I don't want to see the market creating new highs, right? If I'm looking to sell, why is the market creating new highs on my lower time frame? This means price is still pulling back, and I'm okay with that. All right, so the next thing here is to wait to see a new low internal break. And you guys might be saying, like, what is an internal break? So high, higher, low, high, higher, low, high, higher low. This is an internal break. So when you see support levels giving out, right, we want to get back to the lows on these higher time frame analysis, which means I got to see support levels breaking. So support breaks, and we come back in here and we retouch. And this is how we scale multiple entries in order to find, one nice swing move, right? So that's essentially what I am. I'm a higher time swing trader, but I use lower time frames to scale in multiple entries. So I'm not really holding trades for weeks. That's not my style. I will do like a week-long outlook on where the market can go. And then on the lower time frames, I'm taking 3 trades of scaling entries. So, odd Swiss franc, definitely high probability brewing up here. So I'm going to keep this on my radar and make sure I don't miss this one. NZD CAD, nothing for me there. NZD Swiss franc, kind of same thing. Ugly. This is ugly too. I don't care for this too much. This is one that I've had, just looked away from it. But it looks like we are holding this support. So it looks like price is getting ready to push up for Euro CAD, but it's too late in the movement, so I won't do anything with that. GBP USD, this is kind of a random ghost trade. I'm actually not in this. What time is it? So it's only 9:14. Okay, so it's still kind of early in. I'm gonna take this off because I don't want you guys taking this trade. This is just a ghost trade, no trades taken. But let's go to the GBP USD outlook. So we can see on GU that we've been just bearish, right? Just low, lower high, low, lower high, low, lower high, and lows and lower highs, right? Low, lower high, low, and then we have this weird new high that came in here, right? So couple things. So how do I establish if this is a shift, right? We might be in the part of the market where it's transitioning. This could be transitioning bullish. This could be maintaining bearish. But how do I know? You have to wait, number 1. Number 2, guys, if price is really going to go higher, it won't trade back beneath this low here. Okay, so I'll put like a little horizontal line, and I keep my charts really clean, guys. If you see me browsing through them, I don't put a lot on it. It's just not my style. All we need is clear price, and price will tell you what to do. All right, so you can see that we have this low here, new high. So now for me, I'm not going to try to predict. I'm not going to try to say, well, is this a break of structure and then this is going to hold bullish and go higher? And I'm not going to try to predict that, well, no, even though it's giving me a new high and it looks like a break of structure, we're going to push down. This is an in-between right here, guys. I don't take trades in between. I either take trades at resistance levels, right? Here, here, here. Or I take trades at support levels, all right? I don't take them in between. So right now, GU, nothing for GU for me. GBP odd, this is another one. So right now, we're just in a lot of, looks like, in between areas. We're not in my sweet pockets yet. So I am back on call tomorrow, so hopefully we get more price. But right now, this is a very patient game for me. No trades taken, sitting on my hands because I'm waiting for the best possible trade. And the only way I know how to do this, guys, and follow my rules is because I have a trading plan. I can look at my trading plan and do my weekly wrap up from last week and say, what do I need to bring into this week? So in this week, I need to bring into waiting later in the week because I'm so successful in the latter part of the week. I need to trade New York session because that's where I make a lot of my money. I need to not overtrade because that's not where I make a lot of my money, and I need to stay within my risk. Like simple things like that come from having a trading plan. I know me, right? The trading plan is just dissecting Lex. That's it. Lex's habits, behaviors, patterns, things like that. So if you love, data and just things like that, it's kind of fun. I love pulling out trends and correlating things and behaviors that I do so that I can say, oh my God, I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again, not seeing the results. It must be that I got to get rid of. Get rid of it, and now you're learning everything that you are not in the markets. So, um, you know, learn yourself. Get a trading journal every time you trade. Even if you lose every single day that you're trading, still journal. All right, I've been on that side. I know what it's like to lose every single day. I know what it's like to not succeed in the markets in my journey. I've been there, guys. Very normal, but you got to continue to do the due diligence of trading plan and trading journal and all that. It's not the fun stuff, but it's the necessary stuff. So G odd, I will tell you what I see on G odd. At the moment, we do have a new high on G odd. Kind of interested to see what price does here. So immediately, guys, what happens? I place my last line of defense, and I'll write it on here for you guys. I've got my 4-hour last line of defense right here, which means I don't want to see price trade back beneath here, guys. So in order for me to maintain bullish pressure, all I got to do is stay above this level, and I'm in good shape. If I trade beneath that level, I'm not in good shape, right? I violated my structure, right? In order to maintain this bullish structure and really get trending, we need to see price hold this level. Right now, price is just pulling back, so we'll see what happens. Still in between. This is still somewhat in between, but we did react off my levels, so you can see that on USD CAD we are bullish. I do have a new high here, pullback. I exploded off of this level of support, and then I marked these levels earlier last week, so it's so interesting to watch them play. I haven't even looked at this, but I marked this level last week after price pushed. I did catch this movement. I'm going to delete it, but now you can see that it looks like price is coming back into play on these levels here, and I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit for us. Perfect. So guys, we saw this new high on the lower time frame come into play, right? Because we're trying to get back up to these highs. I'm in a 4-hour bullish move, and now I'm getting 1-hour bullish pressure. So what did I need to establish, right? If I created this new high in order for this to be going higher, I don't want to trade beneath this low. All right, this internal movement here. In order for me to get back to these highs, I should not be trading beneath here. And you can see price runs all the way back, rejects, and pushes away. So let's see if we can maybe pull back into this level, dance a little bit, and then go higher. But right now I'm bullish on USD CAD. Still, it's in between. Not a place I want to take a trade. This is ugly. US 30 is ugly. This is the one I was supposed to catch yesterday. I actually called this out to my group in our flex meeting. I caught this trade, but this is probably next. Yep, SPX. So US 30 might be following suit here in just a little bit, guys. Might be seeing this come off, but this is the one I wanted. I cannot believe I missed my NAS trade, and this is a perfect example. I'm glad we're on this call while this is happening, because this is the trade I was looking to take. Because clearly, you guys can see. I'm gonna zoom in here. You guys can already see that I've taken a trade on NAS. Last Friday, I caught this beauty out of New York session, wrapped up the week, $500 right there, boom, off the table. I'm gonna take this off. But now we can see new low. This becomes my 30-minute last line of defense. So price ran all the way back here, did not trade above. This, I actually had this marked for, this was gonna be the trade setup, but it took off without me. So I love that this is happening on the live call. You can see that sometimes you just miss trades. Like, this is the one I wanted. Had all my confirmations, new low, pullback, established resistance level, break of internal support, momentum, lower high, stayed beneath the last line of defense. All my confirmations are there. This is a great trade to take, but missed it. So nothing, but you can see the structure is just so beautiful, right? Low, lower low. Don't want to trade back above my lower high, and we don't. We literally could have caught a nice trade there. That's okay. Gold, and then there's oil. So really, guys, right now, we want to see the market here. We want to see what a lot of these pairs are doing. Hopefully, we'll get a lot more price action going into tomorrow because I don't have enough to really do anything. So it's a waiting game for me, and I'm okay to be patient and let this play out. I'm not going to force anything if the trade's not there. And if I can't evidently see it, and if I have to strain to see it, it's probably not there, guys. Don't overcomplicate, the relationship you have with your mind when it comes to trading. If it's not there, it's not there, and it's as simple as that. But I will be back on again tomorrow at 9 a.m. So do keep a lookout, and you can follow me on Instagram at It's a Conscious Flex. Should be in the bio down there, hopefully. It is listed somewhere down there. If one of my students is on, please drop it in there. I also do offer education, guys. I offer any package from one-on-ones to my private platform where you get live market analysis. You get my Flex education course. You get one-on-ones with me. I do one live session a week. We have our live session this Wednesday. Fluctuates from Monday to Wednesday. I listen to my team. So if my team requests, hey, can we do it Wednesday because we can attend better, then sure, we'll move it to Wednesday. So there's that. Or I just have an analysis package where you can just take my analysis every single month. You'll easily make back your money. We got like a 70% hit rate. So it's pretty good stuff here at Flex Trading. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Moral of the story when it comes to the charts is that currently there's not a lot of movement. We're still in between a lot of different things, so we need price to develop. I'm okay with demanding my data. There's nothing that can speed me up or nothing that can slow me down. I am in control of me as a trader, and I am in control of the entry, the risk I take, and the exit. So not seeing an entry or anything, it's just one of those things where it might be one of those mornings where I close the charts early and I walk away and I get to go do something else and work on my other businesses. So great session, guys. I think we went for about 22 minutes, so nice, easy. Get in here, get out. Guys, I will catch you guys on the live YouTube stream tomorrow at 9 a.m. Also, use my affiliate code Flex Trading at checkout for Surge. It'll give you 10% off. It is a lowercase f, not an uppercase, so do make sure if you want that 10% off, you use my discount code. But thank you for getting on, guys, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.